What does it really take for a simple trip to a bakery to become a revitalizing experience? It sounds amazing, right? Well, today we're diving into a glowing review of this small pastry shop in Managua that seems to have totally cracked the code. We're going to break down the 4 key things that make this place, Amore Mio, a true standout. So, our story starts with something I think we've all felt. It starts with a search, a hunt for that authentic, real flavor in a world where sometimes it feels like the good stuff is getting harder and harder to find.
I mean, this hits home, doesn't it? You remember how amazing a local spot used to be, how incredible their pastries were, and then you go back and it's just, it's not the same. This review starts from that exact place of disappointment, which honestly just makes the discovery that's about to happen so much more satisfying. Okay, but into this kind of disappointing pastry landscape steps our hero. This is a shop that doesn't just talk about quality, it delivers a whole entire experience. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Amore Mio.
And look, this isn't some made-up fairy tale bakery. This is a real place, right in a busy part of Nicaragua's capital, Managua. It's in the area called Los Robles de Altamira. And as you're about to see, its location is actually a huge piece of the puzzle. And that was the feeling. Imagine, after searching and being let down over and over, finding this place wasn't just good, it was a relief, a literal breath of fresh air. So what did they do? How did they manage to completely reset expectations like that? All right, this is where we really get into the good stuff. How did they pull it off? Well, the reviewer boils it down to this really simple but super powerful formula. 4 keys that unlock an absolutely exceptional experience. So here they are, the 4 pillars of excellence. It's a fantastic way to think about what makes any business, not just a bakery, truly great. Location, quality, price, and ambiance. Let's break down how Amore Mio just nails every single one. First up, location, location, location. Amore Mio is sitting pretty at a major intersection that connects several important areas. Now that's not just getting lucky, that's just plain smart. It makes it unbelievably easy for people to stop by, turning what might be a special trip into a, hey, let's just pop in kind of thing. Okay, next, and you could argue this is the most important one, quality. What's so cool is how they apply this obsession with quality to everything. For the small stuff, like the everyday meat and cheese pastries, they do something so simple but so effective. They reheat them right there for you. It guarantees freshness. But they bring that same level of care to the big showstoppers, like a birthday cake that wasn't just pretty, but was packed with amazing ingredients through and through. And this right here, this just shows you the real-world impact of that quality. This cake wasn't just tasty food. It literally restored this person's faith in what a great cake could even be. It took a simple purchase and turned it into a full-blown, memorable event. That's powerful. So you're probably thinking, okay, that kind of quality has to cost a pretty penny, right? Well, that birthday cake that brought back the magic? $30. Now, before you jump to any conclusions about whether that's a lot or a little, the review gives us a really fascinating way to look at it. This is the key. You have to reframe the cost. It's not just an expense, it's an investment. You're investing in a guaranteed, top-tier experience. You're not just paying for ingredients, you're paying for the baker's skill, for the high-end materials, and for the confidence that it's going to be absolutely perfect. You truly get what you pay for. And finally, let's talk about the vibe, the ambiance. This is where it all comes together. The whole experience gets elevated by a staff that's super attentive, music that's low enough you can actually have a conversation, modern comforts like great AC, and of course, an amazing selection of coffee to go with your pastry. They've really thought about the customer's entire journey, from start to finish. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The attention to detail is just off the charts. From the moment you see the building to how they've neatly hidden the air conditioning units, they're screaming excellence before you even take your first bite. So let's recap. We've got a perfect location, an obsession with quality, a price that's an investment, and a killer ambiance. What does all of that add up to? Well, here's the final verdict. The review really just boils it all down to this one question. If you're looking for something that's more than just buying a thing, if you want a genuinely first-class experience from the second you walk in to the last bite, well, this is the kind of place you hunt for. And that's the bottom line, isn't it? Amore Mio isn't really selling cakes and pastries. They're selling an experience of incredible flavor and amazing service. It just goes to show you, in a world where it feels like standards are always slipping, the businesses that really make it are the ones that don't just sell a product, they restore our faith in what quality can and should be. So, it makes you think, doesn't it? The next time you pay a little extra for something truly exceptional, are you just spending money or are you making an investment?